Welcome to another review by Doc of Colognes, and today I am going to be touching on A Men by Thierry Mugler. It's a pretty old cologne. It's been around for a while. To be perfectly honest, I just discovered it last year. It was a scent that I had smelled around a lot, but I hated the smell. I started out and I hated the smell. Initially, I thought it was because I didn't like the smell. However, I'll revisit that later. It's actually something that I really do like, but that will be explained in time. Anyways, here's the bottle. I opted to buy the 1.7 or 50 milliliter ounce. I'm sorry, 50 milliliter. I opted for this mainly because this is one of the newer ones that I bought. I just purchased this about a month ago. Again, I wasn't going to purchase this because I initially didn't like the smell. Now I love it, and I actually regret that I bought 50 milliliters worth of this. I should have bought the full one because I plan on buying Pure Havane, the new one's coming out, and I've been looking for Pure Malt as well. So there's a couple that I actually want to try and buy of his line, but I am really impressed with this. But anyways, let me get on to the review. So again, this is the 50 milliliters. Here's a bottle. It's kind of got a blue tin star, black rubber encasing. You can see on the bottom right here. Yep, 50 milliliters, 1.7 ounce, and you can see it's got its official seal and everything like that. So it's the real deal. It's the real thing. You can get the 50 milliliter for around $55, and you can get the full 100 milliliter for around $80. Anything less, obviously, is more of a discount. But this is one of the, at least price-wise, a little bit more towards the higher end that you can expect to buy or pay for. The notes that this actually consists of. Straight. These aren't my strong points, but it consists of bergamot at the top notes, bergamot, colonial, lavender, and peppermint. The mid notes are coffee bean, tar, and patchouli, and the base notes are tonka bean, vanilla, caramel, chocolate, and musk. Now, what is my impression of it? It smells like food, straight up. It smells like food. It smells like chocolate, vanilla. When you initially spray it, when you initially come across it, you can kind of smell the peppermint, just a little bit of peppermint. Vanilla, chocolate, caramel. You smell like candy, basically. You smell like something you basically just want to eat. That being said, I find it a very pleasant smell. I've seen a lot of reviews on this, and there's a wide range of views. A lot of people mostly either love it or they hate it. You don't really find many people in the middle. I used to be in the camp where I hated it. Now I'm in the camp where I love it, and the reason being is it projects really well, and it really depends on how you wear it and how you apply it. If you treat this like any other normal cologne that you have, you're going to notice that it's going to kill everyone around you. Basically, it's going to destroy their sense. It's going to take over. It's going to be the boss, and not in a good way. I would wear this. To me, this is a day-wearing cologne. Some people choose to wear this at night or out. I really don't like smelling like chocolate wherever I go or anything like that. So, to those night occasions or stuff like that. So for this, I actually recommend during the day. I think it's a great cologne that you can wear around during the day in the winter. This is primarily a winter fall cologne. This cuts through the cold pretty good. It makes a little almost like bubble around you. And it'll smell like chocolate around. It projects excellent. It projects like a beast, basically. So what people have said on that is dead on. This thing just takes over. Again, I'd wear this into winter, fall. This can be worn with suits. I do wear it with suits. I generally wear it with suits like when I'm wearing like colored or light green or yellow sometimes during the winter. But I tend to keep it with, the more uptoned suits that'll tolerate a type of candy smell. I also wear it normally going out during the day, at least that is during the winter, again, because it's a great winter cologne. Again, now I touched upon that this projects really well, and that's also a negative of this. It's very important that if you have this or if you decide to buy this, that you be very, very careful how you spray this. So don't treat it like any normal cologne. Most normal cologne on average, I'd say I hit the neck and both pulse points or both wrist pulse points. I may even, depending on the occasion, hit the back of my ear or behind my ears if I'm going to be I'm going to be up close talking to someone, but and talking to someone in a loud environment where you're literally at each other's ears. But this is not one that you ever do that with. This, you spray to your neck and you hit one wrist, and after you hit that one wrist, you place both hands together to kind of you don't rub them together, you just place them on there, you leave it there for about 10-15 seconds, you take it off and you've just applied it to both wrists. You don't want to hit too much, otherwise it will take over. Besides projecting, it also lasts a very, very, very long time. This lasts the longest out of all of my colognes, easily. I again, given that I spray once here and once here and combine them together, I will wake up 24 hours later, after having gone through a full day and done everything normally. 24 hours, I can still smell this on me. It got to a point where where at one time I think I sprayed on my wrist and immediately had to take a shower, and I even smelled it after that, and that's after applying some soap a bit. So this isn't a weak cologne. This is a very strong cologne. Again, so after 24 hours, and anyone can wear this. This can be worn by, I believe, teenagers, middle-aged, and you know what? I would probably stay away from it if you're an older man, and by older I mean like 45 and maybe 45 and above, and that's just because of that candy smell. It's got almost a young type feel. I mean, it's got musk in it as well, which is true, but it's just not the impression that I get that a graying person would be wearing. That being said, would I recommend it? Definitely. I would not recommend you blind buy it, though. I would recommend that you try it first. Again, if you look on base notes, you'll see it's got like 190 positive reviews and like 100 negative reviews, which is pretty amazing, actually, when you come to think of it, if you've seen all the other reviews on base notes. And the vast majority is either, again, love it or hate it or thumbs down. So what is my rating of this cologne? I rate it a 9, being 1 through 10, 5 being the average. I rate this a 9. I give it a 9 because of to me it's a unique scent. A gourmand, smells like food, very unique scent. I don't have anything that smells remotely like it. You put it on, and most people that I've had, I do get compliments with this, and I've only had it for a month, and I think I've gotten maybe 4 or 5 genuine comments that came out of nowhere without me prompting or anything like that. So I think it's a very good cologne. Now, on to story time for this item. The reason I actually hated this was I have one of my boys, Kaya. He wears this to work, or he used to wear it to work. And what would happen is I used to smell it, and I used to think, I don't like that smell. It's overpowering, and it used to start giving me headaches. I didn't like it at all. He sits about, I'd say, 7 feet from me, and I could smell it whenever he would come back and sit down from it, and it would just overwhelm the senses. I wouldn't be able to smell anything else, and it would give me a headache. So this whole time, I thought I hated the scent. I would always ask him, what are you wearing? And he'd be like, that's Angel Man, And he's like, yeah, it's cologne that people either love or hate. And I used to think, I always hated it, hands down. And then one day he came in and it smelled different. It smelled pleasant. It wasn't as strong. And talking to him, I realized that it was actually because he was putting too much on. Because he was putting too much on, it created a bubble, or a huge just bubble aura around him, where all you would smell is Amen around it. So it's very, very, very important that you do not over apply this cologne. I think that may be for a lot of people's impression after they've smelled this, that they don't like it, and it might be because somebody is over wearing it or wearing it incorrectly. So more so than any other cologne that I can really think of, you don't want to wear this. Too much is a bad thing. So you really want to regulate yourself. Hit one spray, hit the rest, combine it together. Other than that, it's a very original scent. I like it. I would recommend you buy it, but I would recommend you try it first. There is a pretty good possibility, just based on reviews alone, that you might not like this. So that's it. That's been my review of Angel Men by Thierry Mugler. Eventually I may get Pure Havane. I've been looking for it. I heard it was out. I saw some people get it. I'm going to try and get it, but I predict I'll probably like it. Pure Malt has gotten pretty good reviews. I don't have that yet. I may try and order that as well. But again, if you have any questions, about a review, any questions about where to get it, etc., feel free to email me, leave a comment, and I'll respond back. Thank you, and take care.